Welcome to Deep Dive, the series where I dissect different aspects of a film. Normally I tend to give a generalized overview of a film and discuss different features on a more surface level. Sometimes that is not enough, as certain topics need a more detailed investigation to fully obtain the full picture. As a result, it is expected that you have already seen the movie I'm going to talk about. So get ready, because today's video is on Blade Runner 2049, a color analysis. I have been looking forward to seeing Blade Runner 2049 all year long. From the trailers alone, it was clear that this film was going to have stunning cinematography. But what I found surprising was the use of color to enhance the story and characters. The color was used to associate certain characters and use symbolism to enhance certain themes. Sort of like a musical motif, but with color instead. 3 main colors were used throughout the film that kept showing up regarding certain characters. These colors were white, yellow, and dark blue. White. The color white was used in association with K and other replicants throughout the film. Traditionally, white is used as a symbol of purity and innocence, and while it could be argued that K reflected this purity in the beginning of the film, before uncovering the big secret, I like to offer a different interpretation. One of the main themes in this movie is, what does it mean to be a replicant? And I think the answer can be a bit elusive. There is certainly that scene where the Underground Revolution lady says, the most human thing you can do is die for a cause you can believe in. And this certainly has an effect on Kay's final decision in the movie. But I think the true answer lies in the beginning of a replicant's life instead. When a replicant is made, they kinda are like a blank canvas. And that's what I think the white represents. This clean slate allows replicants to paint their own story, and while although built for specific purposes, they have the ability to become individuals. This could not be any more obvious when considering that Carla Jury's character stays in a white room and gets to create memories from basically a blank canvas. Essentially, white acts as Kay's color, but it also extends to symbolize the replicant experience. Yellow.
Myself, I wanted to use color in a narrative way like I never did before. I was using color for emotions, for impact, but this time, because I had full control, I knew that I would be able to use, like, for instance, the color yellow as a meaning for me, and it's like a trend that you can follow in the movie. It's not, you don't have to know that to appreciate the movie, but it's there, you know.
And it's true. Yellow appears very early on in the film when Kay finds a flower on Rachel's grave, and it becomes a color that is heavily present in regards to 2 different characters, Wallace and Deckard. And while these 2 obviously are on opposing ends of each other, they have one commonality between them, the feeling of something missing and being unfulfilled. For Wallace, this is his desire to conquer the stars by rapidly developing his replicants to colonize more planets. However, he can't accomplish this until he figures out how to get replicants to reproduce. For Deckard, he feels that his family is missing, with Rachel being dead and never getting a chance to meet his child. I would say that yellow is the most notable color in the film, as it contrasts so differently from the other colors, especially when Kay goes to find Deckard, where yellow is heavily saturated, and correlates to how strong Deckard's feeling of incompleteness may be. Dark blue. Dark blue is the subtlest color in the movie, as it mainly acts as the color associated with the city. As a result, the color kinda just acts as a backdrop for most of the film, with the character association and symbolism behind it not becoming evident until much later in the film. Dark blue is the perfect color to correlate to a city that is dark and seedy. Given the overpopulation, it can be difficult for people of this world to stand out as individuals. The giant advertisements and police presence preach an underlying expectation of conformity and obedience, thus giving the city a dark and unsettling feel. The character most associated with this color is, surprisingly, Joy. Yes, Joy pushes Kay to investigate the case, and even tells Kay that since he is special, his real name should be Joe, thus giving him hope and purpose. But while this is a powerful sentiment, a later revelation in the film makes this lose all meaning. After Joy dies, Kay comes across a living advertisement for Joy's AI, and while not truly being Kay's Joy, she still calls him Joe. This means that Joy was only programmed to make Kay feel special in a dark city where that feeling would be desired and easily marketable. As with any film, the climax takes all of the tension built up in the movie and seeks to resolve it. In this film, the climax occurs when Kay makes his decision to help Deckard and fights the other replicant love. This scene not only takes the two opposing ideas from the movie into direct conflict, but also features all three colors at once. White can be seen from the headlights and interior of the car, yellow can be seen from the taillights, and dark blue can be seen in the water. This culminates into a rewarding joining of ideas and concepts prevalent throughout the movie that is incredibly satisfying to watch. Of course, at the end of the film, Kay and Deckard arrive at their destination and he reunites with his daughter. This scene is white, not only to symbolize Kay's journey to feel human, but the lack of yellow shows that Deckard no longer feels incomplete and has a clean slate to make a future with his daughter. Of course, this is my interpretation of the film's colors and what they represent. Let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree, or if you find something I hadn't considered. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.